Hey, I'm Frankel, Head of Human Performance for TRX. Let's talk a little bit about masses and spaces. This is one of the cueing points we give for our instructors and for people we're working with. I took the idea of masses and spaces from a colleague back when I was working at the University of New Mexico, a guy named James Dexter, affectionately known as Bone, who's a physical therapist. And I know he took this from one of his earlier instructors where you would think of the body as a series of masses and spaces. Your head is a mass, your neck is a space, your chest is a mass, your waist is a space, and your hips are a mass. And then the idea is to make sure you're maintaining your masses and spaces as you move and as you train. And we use that in conjunction with an active plank to make sure you're holding good posture while you're exercising, really on any type of equipment, but especially on suspension training. So the idea would be, can I move into a row? And if you think about, what are some of the common faults you see in a row as people start to move into it, at the top they might go into a little shoulder shrug or elevation contraction of the shoulders. And really what you've done here is you've lost this space. Or if they let their hips sag at the bottom, you've lost this space. So the idea is to maintain masses, spaces, working from an active plank, then becomes, boom, shoulders go down and back, and you're really generating that row power from that posterior chain. And your elbow flexors really become secondary. You take that same idea and you do something a little bit more challenging, like a bicep curl, where most of the time people break into those elbows first and shoulders come up. Maintain your masses and spaces as you become a moving plank up and down for a bicep curl. And then it becomes even more challenging as you start to go into a Y fly, because at the top everybody wants to go here, lose your masses and spaces. Boom, find that nice strong active plank, drive up, and still think masses and spaces at the top. So whenever you hear people doing TRX training and you're hearing one of our instructors talk about maintaining your masses and spaces, that's what we're talking about. Mass, space, mass, and maintaining those while you're moving.